Alright, last card up before I necessarily get through. I was trying to see where my flash is, but I'm outside though. I don't want to move to the light necessarily. It's Cancer. I'm finna redo y'all. Because I ain't like the energy and it wasn't editing up or whatever the case may be. So, like, too many distractions or confusions going around or whatever the case may be. I don't know if that's y'all because that came out twice previously before. Like, all the distractions started in my background. But the song that I got was what these bitches want from a nigga. It really was. I don't know necessarily what that's about. But we gonna figure out what's going on in y'all love reading. So we gonna see what's going on though. But the energy that was put tugging from it, it was kind of like leaning towards the Gemini energy that was coming back, or whatever the case may be. So I don't know if what's that about. I don't know. Ooh, got Mother, we got Empress. Yeah, we got Empress, Emperor reverse, and Three of Wands. Jesus Christ. Empress again. Let me get them all out. Hangman reverse trying to come out. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. I see that though with that last. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. Let's see what's necessarily going on. All right, okay, you got Seven of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and you got the Chariot type energy. For some of y'all, I think you hear me say y'all trying to be able to move forward or have the willpower to be overcome certain things. I don't know if it's to be able to be happy, to connect with your inner child, but it seems like about a situation. Somebody's not learning something that they necessarily need to learn. If you're dealing with a karmic type style person or situations or financial type matters, somebody could be very uncompromising. It's kind of like smoke and mirrors, or somebody giving off somebody the illusion that this is this, but it's really not. I don't know if somebody's like going to a space or something into their mind. Overall mood, you got Five of Pentacles though, so that could be it did give me like some of y'all got put out, or y'all was like y'all got put out, or y'all was out in the cold. It was kind of like this ostracizing type energy to where like you don't connect. It was kind of like family type matters, arguments about money, partners. I told y'all just that financial from y'all reading that came up lover style about the finances whole thing. That was a lot, like it was. Okay, you got Nine of Swords. Everything is fine. Two of Wands. Four of Cups. Nine of Swords give me, you hear me say with this Five of Pentacles, it's kind of like somebody does something that they kind of like slick regret. So it's kind of like somebody feels like they missed out on something, or they missing something and trying to connect. Five of Pentacles necessarily just gives me the overall mood. You hear me say with the Ten of Pentacles being here, it was family type drama. Somebody got put out, or they was going through like house changing, situation changing, moving. It was just that type of energy, especially the Four of Cups. Like that feels like you don't connect with the Ten of Pentacles, like your family or the idea or money type issues or enmeshments. You have Empress here too as well. Nine of Pentacles and the Lovers. It gives me separate. It just gives me like big separation, and you got the Knight of Wands, like somebody's separating from someone, like the biggest energy, like somebody's separating, going through a separation, or you going into a relationship, or you feel like you miss out on love because you're always focused on material abundance. You have Knight of Pentacles being here, impatience. You have the Hierophant here, and you have the Three of Cups, and you got the Ten of Pentacles. What came up in the first two tries was that it was kind of like somebody was leaving a situation to get into another situation necessarily, and the situation that they walked in was a person that was required more money or more fundaments that it actually took away from them. and they was hiding money from them or whatever the case, but they had to hide money, or a person was hiding money from you because they knew money matters was coming up of conflict. I think somebody got in a relationship with somebody, or the illusion that they could do everything they could do, being committed or a partner or something. But the Nine of Pentacles speaks of that you had more going in. So somebody may be judging somebody based off what they have now. But Five of Pentacles speaks of what you didn't have. So somebody could accumulate this, because I told you it's kind of like the energy was like you was broke. Somebody went back and told somebody you had a job, or this. And if you was going up for like a divorce and you still needed the type of money or whatever from your partner, it's kind of like now they saying, hell no, I'm not giving you this. That's what it kind of gave me though. Because you got the Sun, Three of Swords, and the Five of Wands. That's why I said it's kind of like this here. Like somebody is heartbroken. Somebody's a little bit venomous. Say, for instance, if you moved on and you finally got somebody and somebody was like, hey, well, we over. Or you're being venomous, or a person that's being like manipulative and sneaky in your life, because you got Ace of Swords and Two of Cups. So it's kind of like somebody cut out something to get to something else, and somebody's very unhappy. So they're causing a lot of chaos. You know, they say misery loves company. You have Emperor, the Star, and the Six of Swords. It's like somebody left something. It's like a volatile type arrangement. It could be past and being able to move on to a new position though. So I don't know. That's what it kind of gives me though. It's like somebody else inserted themselves into your business and they just started going about gossip about it or whatever the case may be, and somebody overplayed their hand. It could have been like a maternal type issue, or a mother, like somebody getting involved in business that they necessarily should not. And it's like a mother, a sibling, a cousin, a friend. It's kind of like somebody that's talking a little bit too much, and they revealing too much information, or they causing chaos. You got Queen of Swords and you got the Queen of Wands. That's why I said it's kind of like, I don't know if that's your options of what you're trying to do, or how you're trying to talk, or be copacetic with this person, because you got Nine of Cups and you have the High Priestess and the Hanged One. But this necessarily feels like it's two people that had a conversation. The Queen of Swords versus the Queen of Wands, that's not your energy, period. And the Queen of Swords is somebody else. So it's kind of like somebody, the Queen of Wands was sitting there in this petty type position. Yeah, I'm gonna get this bitch, I'm gonna tell her the truth. So it's kind of like somebody said that to them to snitch, and they don't care. And I think this is an issue that has been going on with you with somebody before. I think this is where like it wraps up like a part of your karmic cycle. If you leaving this person behind, or the idea with family, or the connection, I think you wrapping that shit up, because you got Knight of Swords, the Death, and the Five of Cups. So Knight of Swords speaks of where somebody who takes shit out of context and they run with it. Like you can't tell them nothing. You got the Scorpionic type energy, which is like going backwards. So it's kind of like communication and emotions to transfer something is clashing. So no matter how much you start, you always end up at an ending. So I don't know if it's like a friend along the way, a lover, a person, or somebody that's understanding you like in a committed style type. Let me see, because I dropped the card. Judgment. Wait a minute. I lost my shoe. Wait a minute, motherfucker. Because you got Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, the World. King of Swords, Seven of Swords, and the Moon. I think you didn't know necessarily what was going on behind your back. Because you got judgments being in reverse. Either you're the person doing it to somebody, or somebody doing this to you, and you don't even know it. Because you got the Hermit and the Queen of Cups. That's fear on top of fear. emotional evasive, illusions, people who are manipulative, sneaky, what goes on up under the sun, 7 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. That's why I say it closed something out, or a person unnecessarily from you, like you lost something completely. If it was finances or whatever the case, and be like, if you like, I almost had the deal, somebody fucked up the deal because they talked too much, necessarily because they was a little bit arrogant, or to get back at this person. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they were to get back at this person. It doesn't give me like, it don't give me necessarily the person who said something being malicious. It's just the person they were communicating with, that they felt like they had to defend or say something really quick. That's what it kind of gave me, though. Because they tried to go about it by, oh, I want to see, because I'm not trying to create some major type conflict. Like, if it was connection that you had with somebody, they kind of like, oh, well, I'm not trying to really let go of all of it, but I just want them to know. Like, that type of energy. 4 of Wands in the first reading. And the first one, the 4 of Wands were reversed. 6 of Wands, that's why I said some of y'all around people or committed with certain people who may, I said watch that, who entice you into certain type of things. And now I think those people, like, here's the thing, if you that person to where you participate in a sense of drama and chaos in people's life, and when you going through something, don't be surprised when that energy propels back onto you. But necessarily for some of y'all around people who you starting to recognize, like, I wouldn't want to be friends with them, or I wouldn't want to connect with them. I don't want to be, like, you got in team or partnership with a person, only to recognize you kind of like, all they do is talk shit about people or resurrect the dead. Like, I'm ready for it. Like, this is not fair. I want to be able to move forward. Or the commitment of being tried with a person is kind of like, why do we always have to talk about the fucking past? Like, that's the energy it does give me, though. If you're going through like some separation, somebody's ready to just move the fuck on. So I think that's possibly why somebody may have ended a relationship. So say for instance, if you ended a relationship and you moved on, whether you were like separation or whatever the case may be, and it's kind of like the person that you were with, they kind of they keeping up this sense of chaos. Like, if it's finances that's trying to hold you up, they trying to block finances, or maybe this was the issue, or you move forward with the unknowingly of shit. If it don't work or it do work, I don't care. Like, that's what it kind of gets me. Like, I don't care. This type of energy. Like, I don't care. Because you got strength in the 4 of Swords. I don't even think you want that type of help or connection anymore of a person. Because I think this for you is kind of like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. Page of Cups. 2 of Pentacles. That's why I said, I don't even think you want this person help. Because you got 3 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. It's like investments or opportunities or finances or a waiting or being able to make a move. You know, like somebody saying, oh, well, no, you invested this time. You do this, you do this. And it's kind of like the shit never came. Because somebody went back and they said something and they repeated it. And they fucked up the deal. So it's kind of like, say for instance, if you was coming up with some secret Krabby Patty formula, and you was like coming up with an idea with your friend, and they went behind your back and they came up with it first. They act like they came up with it first. It's kind of like somebody cut somebody out the deal. The Magician. Like somebody cut somebody out of some. 6 of Cups. But then too, it's kind of like a relationship. This give me like a lover's triangle situation. It's kind of like somebody that says something. It's an old lover that's possibly going back. You know, you got those girls that be like, oh, I fucked him. Like, you get what I'm saying? And the baby mama still ain't. She just trying to prey on your insecurities. You got Capricorn type energy. This is a person where if a person, maybe, you hear me say, when it comes to money type matter, somebody could be suffering from some sort of addiction, or they could be very possessive. controlling and manipulative and sneaky at that. Like they operate in a sense of their shadow. Like they may take more than you. Like the connection that you may have had with a person past, like they suck the life out of you. That's why somebody's grasping for air. It's kind of like you underwater and you always grasping. So I think that's why somebody's so focused on material wealth or money or maintaining a sense of stability, because it keeps them away from this energy. Nine of Wands. That's why I said it's kind of like somebody on they. That's why I said it's kind of like somebody's grasping continuously for air. And it gets me like family type members or people that's around you that's always like begging or some shit. Whew. Page of Wands. King of Pentacles. I tell you, when King of Pentacles come out, that mean that necessary. You got to learn how to be able to give and give with others. Whew. Wheel of Fortune, the Temperance, and the Devil. Whew. Somebody got control type issues. They really are. And somebody has like two sides to them that you necessarily don't know. Like you really don't know. Somebody has two sides to them. Really do. They really do. Like whether, like say for instance, if we all know if you intoxicate something after a while, that necessarily they become this energy of where they can, when they come down, they are whole different types of persons, or when they own it. We know that. But this person is kind of like this emotional type rush gratification, needing to be in the midst of chaos and drama. Like they just sitting back like some mega mastermind, causing a sense of fucking chaos. Like that type of bullshit. Ace of Cups. And it gets me very shadowy, like demonic. Ace of Cups and the Ten of Wands. That's why I said I'm about to tap out. Yeah. Eight of Swords. I think for y'all, if you were in a marriage with a person, I don't think people necessarily knew like what type of person that this person was. Like they possibly may have drained the life out of you. That's probably why you like, let me leave. Like you get what I'm saying? To walk away at the expense of nothing or not desiring anything. It could be you or a person, or you possibly did this. So it could be the latter. Take it as is. But it's kind of like somebody walked away from something or someone and was kind of like, I don't care what I have, what I got to do. I'm just ready to get the fuck away. Like that, going back to that chariot energy. Like I just want to be whole. I just want to feel me. I don't care. Like I don't care. But somebody, the difference is the issues that's flaring up is wanting you to look within and taking a sense of emotional accountability to where you are now. So if you were broke and now you're financially stable and you got people asking you, it's like, why don't you want to give? Why don't you want to help? Why aren't you honoring you? Like those type of things. Like how, why do you feel like you have to communicate harshly with others, or take this, or always be the burden of commitment, or communicate, or be the go-between? Like that type of energy. Why? Like that type of, it's just getting you to go within to understand. Because the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords, this is somebody that did not want to be bound to somebody by nothing. So they just left and didn't give a fuck. I tell you, it's kind of like somebody left one relationship, moved into the next one. Somebody else said something because you knew being stuck with this person, they was wanted something. Like they sucked the life out of you. Or whatever the case may be. That's what it kind of gave me though. Like they sucked the fucking life out of you. But then too, some of y'all, it's a family member. And y'all don't even pay attention. It's a fucking family member. Y'all don't even pay attention to this shit. It could be a child. It could be a mother. It could be whoever. They just suck the fucking life out of you. You don't even fucking know why. And it gives me more of a maternal type issue. So that's a mom or somebody who operate more in that feminine type energy. It's a maternal type issue. And the majority of the bulk of the issue rises up when it comes to money. Because somebody feels like, oh, well, I should get this. Like, it's that type of shit or whatever the case may be. And I think somebody over time, they just blows it off. Or it could be a sibling. Like, somebody just blows it off after a while where you kind of like, okay. You get what I'm saying? You kind of like, okay. All right. Like, okay. All right. Because I tell y'all in the first reading that y'all had, it's kind of like y'all were hiding the money from somebody because you didn't want them to know. Because it's kind of like the more money they know you have, the more they want to spend. Does that make sense? Or because the the King of Pentacles was reversed, so they risky. Like, it's risky fucking with them. But it gives me like family though. I don't know. It's just like family though. It's like family fucking drama, whatever the case may be. And it was rooted around money. It really was though. Like if somebody necessarily didn't get or get to be in control, it was a problem. Somebody made suffer with gambling, all these different types of things, addiction. Necessarily don't know. It could be a baby mama, baby father. I don't know. It just gets me like a family. Bad investment gone wrong. Everybody cussing each other the fuck out. You get what I'm saying? And then too, it gave me like a family member who somebody has been had issues with. And I think for you, you went to that volatile type mood to say, why the fuck you said this? Or whatever the case may be. And they was like, well, I don't know if it was somebody who you was in a relationship with or a mother. It's like, why did you say this at this time? Like, that's what it kind of giving me, though. And they was like, well, I thought it's somebody. And you was like, why did you say that? And that's the energy it's giving me, though. So you could be saying this to somebody. You hear me saying a work conflict or whatever about somebody else or something necessary. It doesn't have to be about you, but you just like, why the fuck you doing this? Like, that's the energy it gets me, though. It's kind of like, what do you want? Why are you doing this? Why are you here? Like, that's the energy it does give me, though. I don't know if somebody's saying this to you or you saying it to somebody else. But it's like that type of energy is kind of like somebody saying, why are you here? What do you want? All right. Told y'all got a lot of money coming in. Expect the powerful change. You got new moons in the clip, but you just can't see it. I told y'all the month of August, a lot of people got a lot of money coming in. All right, you got be bold and make the first move, which you are, is a cardinal sign. You got your commitment is being tested if you're going through a relationship or you're going through a challenging time where you're in a partner or dealing with financial type issues or people ask you for money, or necessarily you're in a new relationship and you waiting on some money to come in from a separation or whatever the case may be. You got balanced spirituality and practicality. A personal issue reaches a solution. So it's kind of like the more you have prayed on something at this time, I think that's where you're trying to make this first move to where you telling somebody, like, again, why are you doing the shit you do? That's what it kind of gives me, though. Hold your vision, hold your visions, and you need a practical plan. I don't know. Hold your visions and you need a practical plan. This is like being honest. That's why I said, but some of y'all so busy trying to get the fuck out of a situation that you necessarily don't even care. You like, I don't care. Adjustments are required and prosperity lies ahead. That's why I said, yeah. Some of y'all might have to adjust along the way, though. But I see some of y'all getting out of a situation. But it's just what you do afterwards. That's why I said some of y'all kind of like, I'm just ready to get the fuck out this shit. How the hell I get in this shit? Like, I don't even know. Like, that's what it is. And it's kind of like somebody goes off on somebody and snaps and say, why the fuck did you do this? Or whatever the case may be. And it's kind of like somebody's fed up with somebody bullshit or whatever the case may be. And it brings them to, like, literally blows. Or not physical blows, but it's just like a heated exchange wordplay to where it's like, what's your problem? Like, that's energy it does give me somebody. But it's somebody that's very acidic, controlling, wants to be in things all the goddamn time that necessarily doesn't control them. And it's not, on the flip side, it's not bad for some people. It's just kind of like a personality trait they have. So they slip up and they say something and you be like, why did you say that? You get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't need you to say that. But it was kind of like they let their emotions get the best of them to communicate it. So it could be you in the latter because you so used to this person doing this. So you kind of like, I'm finna cut your ass completely the fuck out. So other than that, though, that's why I said, if this don't resonate, just check out the fucking Gemini reading. That's all I gotta say, because it's the same thing. So I don't know if some of y'all cuspers have got Gemini in your chart or whatever. Or maybe fucking with a Gemini. I don't know, but it's kind of the same. Hell. So, anywho. That's it. So, bye.